Christmas is just around the corner. I'm so looking forward to it. But is that what Christians are really looking forward to? What are you looking forward to? Well, Tim, we got Christmas around the corner. Like we said, I'm looking forward to, even with the COVID restrictions, being with my family, son from college. I'm looking for the good food, the presents, the family time, the old Christmas movies. There's a lot to look forward to.
I'm looking forward to the first Christmas with my grandson, age 3, who will really be engaged, and my second grandson, who's just over 1, who's beginning to understand things. So I think this is going to be a fun Christmas.
Oh, that will be. Well, Christians have a lot to look forward to. Even in these difficult times, there's a lot of restrictions. People are dying from COVID. It should be a time of sorrow, at least if you listen to some politicians. But Christians always have a lot of joy. There's things to look forward to. Maybe you could list for us, gives people who might be having the little blues here this Christmas season some hope.
Well, I think that we have to keep an eternal perspective. And so even as there are things that we are able to look forward to, that the Lord pours blessing into our lives here and now, if we have a truly long view, we have things that we are anticipating with great excitement. We look forward to the return of Jesus Christ. First, in the rapture, when he takes us home to himself, I look forward to that 7-year supper, as our friend Don McGee talks about, with the bridal feast of the Lamb. And then I look forward to the Lord's second coming, his glorious return to earth, and to his establishment of an earthly kingdom. And so, Nathan, what we're really driving at today is a booklet that I've recently written called Looking Forward to the Reign of Jesus Christ, talking about that millennial kingdom.
Folks, it's a great booklet because as Christians, we can get kind of stuck in the here and now. We can see all of the gloom and doom and suffering in the world. Politics might have gone that way. People are being mean to each other. Riots in the streets has been a rough year. And so you need to get this big picture view. And I think, Tim, you did that so well. You did the 30,000 foot view where you took us up there and you showed us that as Christians, our future isn't the here and now. It's what's just right around the corner. Share, what are some of the aspects of when Jesus Christ returns and sets up his kingdom? What will it be like?
Well, we know from the Old Testament and all the prophets that wrote about this period of time that the earth will be restored to its original perfection. So if you ever wonder what the Garden of Eden was like, just wait, it's coming back. In other words, when Jesus is reigning upon the earth, the animal kingdom will be restored. The animals will not even eat one another, nor will they attack us. The plant kingdom will be restored. The earth itself will be restored to perfection. There will be peace, righteousness, and justice flooding the earth. So amazing will this be that there will be no crime. Anyone that does step out of line, there will be immediate punishment so that everyone will behave as they are supposed to. And we will live here in our glorified bodies. Yes, the Lord will reign from Mount Zion in Jerusalem, and we will reign alongside him. So again, peace, justice, and righteousness flooding the entire earth. Can you only imagine?
Well, we're here at Lamb Lion Ministries, and folks say, the lamb lies down with the lion. It's really the wolf lies down with the lion, Isaiah. But it shows this idyllic scene. I love there's one particular verse that talks about how each man will sit under his own vine. This kind of idea that because of the bounty, the fruit will grow faster than people can pick it. That will still work, but that kind of kick back underneath your vine and relax. You don't have to worry about someone robbing you or someone taking advantage of you or stuff. There's no wars going on. I mean, it's really an idyllic scene. And yet people still have free will, right? They can still choose Jesus or not?
Well, they can if they're in their mortal bodies. We who have been glorified, because this is after the rapture itself, we will have perfect glorified bodies, and therefore we will have perfect glorified personas, and we will already be belonging to Jesus Christ. So we will have no even temptation to stray. There will be no temptation.
Where's Satan during all this?
Well, Satan during that 1,000-year reign, as declared by Revelation chapter 20, is going to be tied up. He's going to be sent into the abyss for that 1,000 years.
Amen.
So that he cannot deceive individuals or the nations. The nations themselves will not be deceived by Satan and his evil works.
It's neat, too, that you could also read that the people who will be in their earthly bodies in that time, says their lives will be like trees again. That, you read it before the flood, that people live like Methuselah, but almost 1,000. That's going to come back. And so the children born of the tribulation saints going into the millennial kingdom, they live for hundreds of years, right?
Yes, they did. It's also reassuring For those of us who can't imagine heaven as floating around on a cloud playing a harp, that doesn't sound very appealing.
That's not biblical.
But that's not what we're going to be doing. We will have meaningful work. In other words, the things that you enjoy most, that you're gifted to do, you will be able to do here on this earth in your glorified body. And those who are still living in mortal bodies, they will also be able to work as they have means and gifts, and all of this to the glory of God and to the blessing of those around us. It really, you use the word idyllic, it will be a utopia here on earth during that 1,000-year reign.
Oh, well, Tim, you've given us a lot to be thankful for and to look forward to because, again, things look rough right now, but we're talking about just around the corner, right? Do the signs of the times point to this being soon?
The signs of the times say that we are living on the brink of the rapture, and all of these things follow right after. Obviously, the booklet that I have written advocates a premillennial perspective, meaning that Jesus will come back and usher in this 1,000-year reign, which is spoken of not once, not twice, 3, 4, or 5 times, but 6 times in Revelation chapter 20. And yet there are some who dismiss that and they want to spiritualize away that 1,000-year period of time. We call them amillennialists. They don't believe in a millennial 1,000-year reign, or postmillennialists. They think that the world's getting so good right now, we'll eventually Christianize the world and we'll be able to hand that over to Jesus Christ. That's not working out too good, even in this country. So obviously, Nathan, you and I share a premillennial worldview that after the rapture, when Jesus returns to the earth, he will usher in that period. He will come pre the millennium, and then this utopian reign of Jesus Christ, our soon returning King, will be the time when the world is restored. We call it the Sabbath millennium, because after 6,000 years of work and toil and much trouble, the Lord will bring that 1,000 years of true peace and rest.
Fantastic. Well, folks, check the description underneath the video. We've got a link for this booklet. I think you'll be really blessed if you're having downtime and you're just want to read into a good book that gives you hope for the future. Check this booklet out.